Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're having a very good day. For today's video, I'm here to do another book review, and that is on Saga by Brian K. Vaughan, and the artist is Fiona Staples. I thoroughly enjoyed the reads. It's an ongoing comic. Volume 3 is actually set to be released next month, so I'll be definitely on that right away. So let's get started with what Saga is all about. Actually, on the back of each of these volumes, there's a rated M for mature, and it would be accurate to say that it is for mature readers. There is mature content in Saga, violence, language, sex, nudity, all that fun HBO Sunday night stuff. So Saga, our main characters, we have Alana here, we have Marco here, and their daughter Hazel, and they are from two warring species. Because their relationship is very taboo, there are parties that have hired certain people to take care of the situation. So not only are Alana and Marco trying to get away from the war, they're also trying to stay alive from the people that are trying to hurt them really badly. Yeah, so that's a quick synopsis on what Saga is all about. Next, guys, let's talk about the awesome characters, which I really enjoyed. When they compare Saga to Game of Thrones as far as characters are concerned, I would say they hit the nail on the head. Not all the characters are black and white, good or evil. There's a lot of gray in between, and that is very true for these characters. I would say each of the characters has something that they are connected to that makes them more relatable, makes me more empathetic towards their character. So first, let me talk about the main characters, Alana and Marco. I absolutely adore this couple. They are so sweet together. We have Alana, who is very fierce. She is definitely a kick-ass female character. She's also a hothead, I would say. As far as Marco's character is concerned, he definitely has that dad vibe going on. A really hot dad, by the way. Marco is definitely much more lighthearted compared to Alana. He's also very sweet and he's very loyal and protective. As far as my favorite character, I would say it's Isabel. For those who have read Saga, you guys know who I'm talking about. She is a sassy, spunky teenage girl, and she is hilarious. She's a lot of fun. As far as the antagonists are concerned, we have Prince Robot 4, who really reminded me of Kanti from Fooly Cooly FLCL. And when I say he reminded me of Kanti, more appearance-wise. And then we have the freelancer, The Will. The freelancers are the hitman that is trying to contain the situation, and he has his own group going on within the story so far, and I absolutely adore his group too, even though he is after our main characters. What I really enjoy about the characters in Saga is their complexities, their depth. Of course, there's history with each of these characters, and I just wanted to learn more about their backstory and how things unfolded for them to this point in the story. By the time I hit volume 2, it's like, there's so many characters involved, and yet there's not really a villain within the series. Everyone has a job to do, they're just doing their job. So yeah, it's gonna be really interesting how the plot unfolds, which I think is a good segue now to talk about the plot of Saga. As the story progresses, I'm learning bit by bit about this war. I believe the background overarching plot of Saga is the war between Landfall and Wraith, and of course we have the meat and potatoes of the plot, which is Marco and Alana trying to evade, you know, the clutches of the freelancer and Prince Robot 4, you know, just trying to stay alive. So the story right now is very much a cat and mouse game, and it hasn't been really established what the end game is for these main characters. Whether their main goal is to find an isolated planet to, you know, live peacefully, or is the end game to resolve this war? Who knows? It's an ongoing comic. There's so many questions and I want the answers. And because I'm really enjoying all the characters, I'm really enjoying reading from the main character's point of view and the antagonist point of view as well. It switches between those two groups of people. So far, I'm really enjoying what each of these groups are going through. So it's keeping me on edge. There's some really good cliffhangers and plot twists. As far as the writing is concerned, I'm really enjoying it. The dialogue is quite funny and sassy. Saga is also primarily narrated by Hazel, so there's a lot of questions there. How old is Hazel? What happened to her parents? What's going on? As far as the art is concerned, as you can see, it's full color. I really love Fiona Staples' style. So far, out of all of the graphic novels I read, her style is my favorite. The colors are really vibrant and the look of it is just awesome. It's really great to see all of these aliens and the concepts of these different sci-fi elements. So I think Fiona Staples hits the nail on the head when conveying all of these great ideas. It looks so good. With that being said, guys, I'm going to give Saga by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples 5 stars out of 5. I really enjoyed it, obviously. Also, what I really enjoyed about the characters in Saga is they are characters of color. We have a main character who is dark skinned. We have characters who have dark skin, and it's like representation, and I'm so happy. You know, it's one thing to read about characters who have olive or dark skin and dark hair, but it's another thing to see them, especially in mainstream mediums. It's just great reading about characters and seeing characters that you can relate with. So I think that's fantastic. Next, guys, I want to get into the spoilers, so if you want to skip it, you can click on this annotation right here, and there you'll head to the end of the video where I talk about 3 books I have in mind for my next read, and I need your help in choosing which book that should be. The theme I have in mind is adult, charming, contemporary, so definitely head on over to the end of the video and see what books I'm excited to read next. Just one of them though. Okay, so next, guys, let's talk about the spoilers. In Saga, there's so many great plot twists. When the Will encountered the little girl on Sextillion, it's like, oh no, what's gonna happen? And of course, my perspective changed about his character when he saved the girl, and it was very sweet. It'll be interesting to see how his team fare against the main characters. Of course, we have Gwendolyn, Marco's ex, come into the picture. It's like, oh, this is going to be rough for him. It's going to be intense. Yeah, so the Whale, Gwendolyn, the little girl, Lion Cat. So I really love these 2 groups of characters, and it's sad that they're up against each other. And of course, we have Prince Robot 4, who has a family on the way, and it'll be really interesting how it unfolded. Oh my gosh, when Marco and Alana are upstairs and Prince Robot is downstairs. Tense. Like I said, really great cliffhangers. Yeah, so there's a lot of questions I have, mostly in regards to Hazel and what's going on, because she's obviously narrating, and I just want to know what the hell is going on. Let me know in the comments below who your favorite characters are. Mama Sen, I thought she was a great character. Oh, also what I really love about the characters and the art is the cool character designs. I really like the character designs of all these different aliens and their capabilities, so it'll be really great to see how far these group of characters go into space and the different alien races they meet. So this isn't really much of a spoilers, just, you know, gushing about the awesomeness that is Saga. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of Saga. Did you gush as much as I did? So next, guys, I want to talk about 3 books I have in mind for my next read. I'm reading adult fiction. The theme is charming contemporary, and you know, it's not very often I get to read books where I could describe them as charming. The first book I have in mind is Where'd You Go, Bernadette by Maria Semple. I hauled this book in my last book haul, and I'm so glad to hear that so many of you guys enjoyed it. So we have Bernadette, who is a standout architect. She is married to a Microsoft guru kind of guy, husband person. She also has a daughter, 15-year-old B. So B, who has aced her report card, she is claiming her prize. She's entitled to a trip with her family to Antarctica. But then she finds out her mom has gone AWOL. B takes it upon herself to track her mother down where she is by collecting her correspondence and doing some detective work. So I think that would be a lot of fun. The next book I have in mind is The Universe versus Alex Woods. I've seen this book around the bookstore and it's caught my interest. The main character is Alex Woods. At the age of 10, he was hit by a meteorite. He is also very bookish and gets bullied quite a lot. He makes an unlikely friend in a curmudgeony widower, Mr. Peterson, and he tells himself essentially YOLO. So at age 17, Alex, he gets stopped at customs because he has marijuana on him. He also has an urn full of ashes. I'm assuming madcap schemes run about within this book. Who knows? But it sounds like a fun, quirky, charming sort of coming-of-age novel. And the last book I have in mind, guys, is The Humans by Matt Haig. The story is narrated by an alien, and he lives on this utopian planet where everyone has limitless, you know, knowledge and everyone's immortal. So that is threatened when an Earthling has access to this information. So this alien has to go to Earth to destroy all of this guy's research. So this alien has to go undercover, and he doesn't know what he's gotten himself into. He learns all about the human race, and frankly, he's disgusted. But the longer the alien stays on Earth, the more he starts to question why he's here in the first place. So those are the books I have in mind, guys. Vote for your favorite pick. I will leave a link in the description box below. There you'll head over to a poll I've set on my website where you can pick one of these 3 books. I also want to mention that the books that don't get voted, they're still on my to be read list. I will just have to read and review them later. who knows when. Anyways guys, I hope you really enjoyed this review of Saga. So far I'm really enjoying the story. I cannot wait to see how the story unfolds, what happens to these characters. So far so good. So anyways guys, I will talk to you later and have a very good one. Bye.